Hello. 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 Oh, hello. How about now? Yeah, now it's okay. So I guess like just the volume.
Okay.
It was too much. So we are. These are like temporary pads, I guess. Hi, no? If you actually now, now it's okay. Maybe. Okay. And in case we will we'll do something about it. And so I have 3 microphone and maybe I just put one. How about now? Yeah, no, it's okay. Okay, so now we are ready. Actually, we are in the wrong place. Usually we are at the window and now we're back. You can do your.
Okay. So hello to. Oh wait. Today we're going to be working on a quiz game.
Yeah.
And so the idea behind this is, in about a month and a half, for my dad's birthday, then now we have to make another game.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Now. How about now? No, it's okay. So what is it? Okay. Oh,
Also, we're like dropping connection.
it's okay. Worry what I worry.
So I don't know what anyone heard of that, but we're making a quiz
So we're
game.
making a quiz game, and today we saw elephants, and so there's
today we
elephants there.
saw elephants, and now we're gonna start.
And it's kind of like get over, guys.
I'm sorry, this is such a mess. That's just how it is every single week. So.
No. This is negative. This is British negativeness. No. We're like it's fine. It's just like today we're trying new things, and it's okay. See, like you made him leave.
Yeah.
Because you're not like very pleasing.
No. Okay.
Yeah, let's try to be positive. And let me start. So talk about the elephant. You were excited, and now like you ruined it because of the microphone.
It's like super negativity from you now.
No, but like fun.
Yeah. So today we saw some elephants in the wild.
Oh, it took long to find.
It
I
took
had to
long
go
to
around
find.
like all the national park.
I had to go around for a long time on a motorbike. And then we finally saw like 2 elephants far off in the distance in like a lake, like very beautiful setting. So that was fun. And then we were driving back and we saw another one in the grassland.
And that was Ninja.
Like quite a bit closer to us, and almost looking like a rock, but then turned out to be elephant.
And it turned, it was moving, and so it was a bit weird rock. Yes.
Yeah.
And so So now we can start. So hello everyone who's there, and you
No
can hear
one
me?
can hear us.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see. If not, we'll cry because I mean maybe it's audioless. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we start?
Yeah.
We start. Okay. So we'll describe a little bit. So what is a quiz game, and so the only thing we had done before is to set up a schema,
JSON
like
schema.
a JSON schema for the questions. Because hello, hello. Okay. So, hello, hello. Okay. So it seems that sometimes you have to hold in a way. Since there's a lot of questions, we think we should put in a JSON, and so in a file, so then we can have the game handle any kind of text and everything, as long as you just write in the JSON and you load it. Pretty simple. So there's as you can see, there's a question that we can specify which one is the correct question out of the four. Oh, sorry, correct answer. Four. How many points? Like a difficulty is kind of like an enum. Then the options is kind of the answers. And that's for options. And then the help. So don't there's no focus too much on the names there, but basically there's four types of help at the moment, like they will thought up, and so we're kind of they are specified, and then we're gonna go into them as we add them. Maybe next week we're gonna add them, and so they make more sense. So that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. So start. Wait. A bit more. Okay, let's go. So we are gonna use Unity, and so yes, let me check. Uh, the empty scene because yeah, that's how we roll.
That's how we start off.
Yeah. It's there. So we have this file and we can just load it. So I'm gonna make a be loader. This is where we let and between one and the other. So here, so this is a kind of store the object and keep the questions, a list of questions, and then when we start the game, it's gonna look here all the time. So what we do is we set up something. So what we do is do a serialize field, uh, private string, and then we do question file app, and then we do something. And then we call it the
schema.json.
That's how it's called. And then we're gonna change it, and we'll do some more logic maybe. Or actually, no, we're not gonna call it like that. We're gonna do something different. Hello.
Hello.
Ooh.
Can you hear us? Because we don't know if our microphone's working. No one said anything.
Yeah. So in the meantime, I'm gonna do something, some cool stuff, so we don't have to do that. So create a folder called resources, and as a default name for this kind of thing.
Oh, thank goodness.
Is the quality okay or is it bad? It's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
It's a bit far away though. So wait. So we do like this, we do like that, and then how about now? How about now? Hello. Yeah.
Is it better? Okay. We continue.
We continue with it. So I'm in a resource file because it's gonna be cool. Because now if I do, let me see, resources dot.
Quality's alright. Okay.
Okay, alright. So load an asset in a folder or file path in our source. Yeah. And so what we want is that we want to load a.
Oh, we borrowed a microphone from a friend.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be quite nice, but apparently it's only okay.
It's
so
okay, like,
so we won't get it for ourselves.
We're gonna do this one. So it's okay. We are. It froze for me. Yeah, like the string quality. Like let's not complain too much. So now we're gonna do void on awake. So whenever this object gets called, and like before everything gets set up, this one gets called. And what we can do is that we can actually load. And I think this is also gonna call this. A list or an array list and call questions. And this is where we load our stuff. And here we do something like that. So there's an array of questions, and we don't want to do the opposite of this. And I'm just gonna like this is what we wrote as an example. We wrote it out, and so we want to read it now. So on the awake, we already write it in there. Actually, is the question. Actually, let's do that. Question file path. That's correct.
You didn't put n on question.
Yeah, it's okay. Very minor. So now important is this, and is like. So this one makes a scene in the inspector. And now what we can do is we import this serialize object.
Yeah, the streams keep stuttering because with
yeah. So like
no.
Deserialize this one, and we need to make sure it is of a certain type. And so this one we look it up. Actually, you're trying. And we do a switch.
Okay.
Okay, and so yeah, so now we also switch to the microphone.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so like.
I'm sorry, I have to be silent now. I'm watching. Okay, what do you want me to look up?
So you want me to silent or talk? So like, just check what we're doing here.
Yeah, with
This serialize object. So you need to look into this JSON.net and look into the serialize object. So JSON.net, deserialize, just serialize an object. So basically the idea is that it's an object, right? So we need to tell what kind of object it is. So this is it. So see, of type account.
Okay.
And so we just give a type.
So you can just give it on question type.
And here is like an array list. Or actually, maybe it should be a, because this one was able to do it, so probably just put array list.
Array list, okay.
And we test. Okay. And afterwards, here you do like for each of the array list, like actually we're not storing, so they need to put equal. Questions equal. So now basically we're loading these questions in, and then for each, let's say, yeah, in questions.
So question and questions.
Yeah. Like Q, we just temporary like, no, small Q, just a test. And then for each, you just like debug.log. And now we just show it. And we do Q dot, and we say, the problem is that so put is a different type. So put a list of question or question element.
Like this?
Right. multiple choice. Oh, okay, cool. And question element. Oh, really? What do you have to do? And now you can just like copy this into that, and now you can probably and just put like question, and then we do. And also be careful on the cable there, and now for running, we just like switch to Unity. And so the moment is just like not gonna do much, but at least like so what we expect when we run is to have so yeah, well, let's actually get the same file so then we don't have to mess around. So how tall is you and how tall is you, and we call it 2. Genius. And we'll check. No working because we didn't put the
we didn't put it in the scene.
We didn't put in a scene, so you have to do that. Put in the script. So the main menu will probably be the right away. So this is like resources, regard dot. Yeah, so we're not loading. Load that one, and then I think you should load string sound gun. Hello, hello. Is it there now? Okay, maybe temporary. String.
Type string cannot be used as a parameter.
Okay, yes, okay. So we do this. Let me try this. Are we showing it? So what we did is like we were not loading, we were just using the path, so that's not good.
So now we're loading from the actual file. So hopefully it'll be able to parse it now.
So now we see, and if it's not, then I have to look it up how to do it. It's
instead of just guessing. Oh, and it's back.
Yeah. So now, so let me check just quickly. Okay, boom. Okay. So yeah, so it's called text. Like this is a bit special because the other one they're always by type, and this one is a special type. We got that one, and then we do these two strings together. Let me quickly double check. And dot text. Yeah, not a string. So I guess because it needs to be parsed, done, and then we'll. Okay, so we need an extra step, apparently. Okay. Let's see. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we didn't
yeah.
say
Well,
anything though, so maybe.
yeah, we're not really talking, so maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we were just quiet for a bit.
I'll fix this when I switch. Oh, sorry. Thanks. Okay, maybe now, and then we'll switch.
No, no errors.
Thanks for be the
Yeah, thank you
audio
for
audio police.
Before we were just
We're
like
guessing.
and it was a nice.
So object reference at can we do this? We'll do another one. We don't even do this. We do text asset directly and question file. We don't even do any of that. And you know what I'm gonna do now?
No, what are you gonna do?
So now basically what I did is like when we put it in here, so it's gonna ask for a text asset, and we just drop it in there and then be done with it. Smarto, wait, unless it breaks.
Yeah.
Us,
Nice.
Ikuzo. Sorry, even time. Yeah. the voice sheriff. So we just, okay. So next, what? So we know that that gets loaded.
Okay, great. So
So now it's your
like
turn.
that's bullet point number 1, no?
No, it's like check. That's true. Parse question file from. So like now it's parsed. It's very easy because we're using like the library. So now next is to have a base layout for the questions. So
you mean like in the Unity scene to have like
yeah.
have like a place where the text goes?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to drag around like assets and stuff.
Yeah, kind of stuff like that. And also like you make a base, and then we need that. And every time we do like a new scene, it will like calculate find like 10 new questions. So we need to set up that as well. So maybe we do that first. So now keep it on there, and basically what you want to do, Visual Studio, is to apply some sort of like serialized field private and int, and how many questions you're gonna pick from the list.
Okay.
And we're gonna put 10 in a moment. So the serialized field allows.
Put 2 because our file only has 2
We put 10 though.
Okay.
We're gonna be able to we're going to be able to be flexible, right? So if you put 10, but there's only 2, it's not gonna break, right? So number of questions. Hello. Okay. So by doing this, we just make them available on the inspector, and I say because many people don't know, but then they're not public, so you don't like make it. They're not bad. So this is also, and probably we want actually this one. This one can be public static actually because this is something we want to static. The important is static. So this one once it's set. This is a rule. Yeah. No. This one makes it leave across.
Multiple scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. So on a week we set it.
No. And this it's set there. It's a kind of constant. But in case you want to change it, it's okay. It's not really a constant because we might have like some sort of mode where like there's 20 questions instead. Ooh, thank you, Alex C and D314.
Thank you.
Like pi. Okay, so this one, so nothing else. Like this loads and that's it. What else do we need? We need a number of questions. We need that one, and what we can do is this one is a question loader, so it can be like some sort of like create like special object which given like a list of questions gives the question they're gonna be played. So you're gonna make another one here. Duplicate. So like you tell it like I need like generate new questions.
I don't really understand.
So like current questions
Okay.
are the one that we're gonna use in the game, right?
Right. Okay.
So instead of having something else like do it, we just have a class which is like a question loader, which does it.
Okay.
So public static, and then generate new questions. And here we can have, we do this, and then we of course we need we're gonna return a list of question element. Because what we're gonna do is then we'll return question. Basically what we do is that given a number of questions that and then here we can put like do int number of questions equals null or
Are we just gonna read that from the public static?
No, we're gonna be.
Okay.
So if number of questions equals greater than 0, well, and 0 less, then we read the value. Else, we use ours. Right? I think we can do greater than 0. So, and what we do is that we need to get like given amount, we need to pick 10, right? And so what we can do is like internal. So if it's greater than 0, we pick the number. So this is only what is going to pick the number, and here is going to be the actual thing that type is. So we do int and question equals none. So if it's greater than that one, question equals number of questions. Or even like
even less if there's fewer in the file.
I don't know, but like this one, right? So then what we can do is like if the math f the minimum between this one and the questions don't count. And the other case is the same, but with the number of questions. That's it?
Yeah.
So we got it. And what we can do is also just like this one is always gonna be the case, except for that. This one overrides. Now, see here we're gonna do generate new questions. So we got number of questions, and basically we want to have like 4. So I'm gonna think about this because we want to be able to not pick the same question. And so we're sure that it's never going to be more. So what we do is like 4 each. So and then what we do is here is like int other questions equals 0. Okay. For each or 4 int equal I equals 0. I need to be less than the number of questions. Right? I put so we know 0. Right? We're gonna randomize the number. So int run number into system random or I can just say int random x. And max value is, so we know that it's going to be from 0 till the max value is number of questions minus 1, I think.
Isn't it question
Wait. Yeah, next one. The exclusive upper bound. Exclusive, so okay. Yeah. question count, and this seed I'm gonna do like game object actually how's called so we want to make sure it's random, and so this is going to be what's called get yeah instance ID password, because I think the static is kind of yeah. Oh well shit, we always get the same question. So this is a random number. Then on every so we got a random number that is between 0 and the question mark.
Yes.
What is the problem now? Actually, um,
Yeah.
no,
No, we don't need it.
no.
Oh yeah, sure.
When is that?
Um.
So we pick a random number, right?
Yes, we got a random number, so then we go to the questions array and we take that and we add that to our current questions list.
Yeah.
Then can we remove it or something from the questions list? But then if we try and access it again,
yeah, we should remove that.
should remove it.
So we let me check like current questions.
Check if it's already in current questions.
Actually, what you can do here, so here you need to clear the questions.
Okay, how do you do that?
Just write.
Questions dot clear.
Goody. So now we know it's 0. And this one, boom, copy. And there you do added questions, equals. So he automatically does it automatically. So current questions dot count. So it's kind of like a special for loop, which still works.
Magic.
It's not magic. It's the same as like we do instead of doing like a down for loop or a while loop, we do it a for loop, but like with a bit crazy stuff.
Okay.
And here we say like current questions dot
contains.
yeah
or
whose
MySpace.
contains what
like the ID.
questions.
Oh, okay.
They can automatically know.
Oh really? It's like that.
No, you do like and you do random.
Random. And then
if it contains, we skip it, right?
Yeah. So if it doesn't.
So if it doesn't contain, we add. So current questions, add that one. Beautiful. Too many brackets. Okay.
I tried.
Try fail. Okay. See, beautiful. So we got every time you run a number, which we should debug because it is a very common problem to debug. So usually it should, of course, like get a new seed, but for me it happened, it was never randomizing, so I had to like do a trick with Unity. And so now, like I want to be sure, yeah. So if the question doesn't contain the question that we're gonna pick, we add a question, and that's it. And this one ends only when the other questions is like reaches basically the number of questions that we picked, and then we return them. And what we can do here is that, of course, we need to call this, so we can throw it in there and test what we get. So we do for each. No. We do for each. We do for each. And in get new character. generate, yeah, the question and leave it there. And yeah, and debug the log, and we just do some. So now we basically asking 10 questions out of 2, and we should still get 2, and no bugs. Is that gonna happen? We shall see. We shall see in the next episode of DesPair programming. Okay, go.
Ren.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, missed.
No. Ooh.
No reference accepted.
So 24. So because this one was because it's never been set. So here you need to like you need to set it before, right? That's an okay. This is it's been so long, man. How you doing? Yeah, that's it. What we can do is that we can have a capacity, and the capacity is the question. We know it's never gonna be
Wait, whatever. What?
That's a cool way to show you. You can give a capacity.
And now you took it away.
Yeah, because now it's
Okay.
so let's try. Boom.
Oh.
See?
One.
It's not, so you get stuck because it doesn't really.
Doesn't
work.
find the second one. So
Yeah.
then it's never adding it.
It's never adding the second one, and it gets stuck. And it's because Unity is nobody like that. So what we do here is we need to find a. Maybe if we just do random, I think Unity engine random though. So and here what we need to do is now we need to get. Let me check because I found a way to fix it, but I don't know like is that a way? System random Unity not random. Basically, you want to find like the way like you could do this is basically get a like time dot like frame count, but then you go with the same. And so you can do is that time since level load, of course, and also not random. You have to find something like what is the current time stamp really? Time date or date time dot now dot to short time to long time strain days something like that. So then you know like ticks something like that. To string. Use it. Okay, so we add long strings. Okay, so do okay. So we'll try this and then we'll look into it.
Yeah, we have no Wi-Fi.
Okay, currently no Wi-Fi. Disconnected. So oh wait, we gotta try it. And yeah, this will be the future.
We are currently trying to fix the Wi-Fi situation for those of us watching us from the video.
Okay. Let me check one more thing. Okay, so it's looking a bit false. Okay, so I guess we're back. We're back, we're going back, we're going back. Okay, so we continue and guys, sorry about that. So it's also, no, nothing. We'll get back. Hello, boys.
Hello.
See, we got 1 and 0.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's good. And then we get another one. It's going to be maybe 0, 1 or the same.
Oh,
So 1, 1, 1,
wow.
1, 0. So we're just trying to get 1. So what you can do now is actually put more questions and then see how that works. So I know we can just duplicate these ones. Okay. Yeah, just like temporarily.
Yeah.
Gotta be patient.
Sad
You have to be
times.
patient, yeah.
We're in Sri Lanka, and although it
It's
should
okay.
should
Just
be good. Like
temporarily.
most of the time, it's actually been pretty
They
good
just set up
connection.
like we're in a very small room and we can't really get out. But otherwise, it would be good.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you travel and can't really fix the accommodation.
Yeah.
So now I have 17, and so now we are actually going to get more questions. And then we see if they're kind of random or if they feel random, you know. So, and so we got like 10, 4, 2, 6, 8. Yeah, fair enough. So it works.
Beautiful.
Good
Here
job.
you now have our questions.
Um, Now we can think we can switch it because I don't know what like because when I was moving it, I don't know if I reset it. So maybe just so now let's think about this. So okay, no actually string like is beautiful. So it's magic. So I cleaned up a bit there. I mean I just moved the debug log and the debug. So now we have a question, current questions, we generate new questions, which we don't care. We're gonna do it only when we start a new game. And so now we have like kind of a base script for the question.
Yeah.
Now we need the base layout.
Okay.
And we'll switch. So now you're in main menu. And so you can make a new scene.
Okay.
So go in project now.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay, and then scene. And then right click, create first.
Create new
Scene.
scene.
And then you call it a game.
Game scene.
Game. That's it. Oh yeah, game scene you can call it. Yeah, so double click and then you're gonna switch it.
Yeah.
Like proper double click. Okay, so now we are in there. You can see a different background. So now this is where you put the things.
The
So
assets.
now, yeah. So let's see. So here is background. So what you can do, I'll show you, is that you do a 2D and we do actually UI. We're working with UI now. And we do a let's say image, right? Can you see there?
Yeah.
Okay. What you can do is actually you put it at 0 and 0, you put it in the center, and then you just and so because otherwise you can't really see this from the real world. Instead, if you cover it perfectly like that, then you can go on the scene, zoom out, or just double click. Where is it? Should be visible. So anyway, canvas, we make it scale with pixel size, and then we do this one is like 720 by 128, and then there's our reference
128.
0. See? See? Okay, so now, and here is okay. Okay, see, same. Switch. Okay. So that's okay, but we still can see it from here. And no, so we don't care much. Okay. Checking temperature. So what we do instead, let me check how it will be. Yeah, so you can see it on the side. So um, here we can kind of work on that. So now the image here is going to be just a background, and we change the color, and it's going to be something we're going to use later. And then we need a why doesn't it? It's going to be a lot of little boxes and text. So another UI, we do a lot of images, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be called question 1, question 2. So now let's look on the template of it. Question
Do
4.
you mean options? Or they
Yes, sir. Not really matters, but yeah. I'm just very stuffy. And then option 4. And here we can make empty. We call options. So then we can show them and hide them. And the moment they're not visible, but then we boom, they're visible now. And then what we can do is that actually take them all and make them as big as we like. This has to be less than 360, so it can be 320. And then we can go down, we can make them all. Okay, so we can see that one. And then we can move this one on the other side. This on the other side of that. 3, let's just kind of essentially just goes down. And copy option 1. So do 190 for option 9. 0, so minus 190. And this one is 370. So it's all clean. Numbers are nice. 90. 90, da, da, and this is 340. 370. And 90. Matches are
wanted them to be minus somewhere.
home. So of course these are not great, so what we do is that we can see on stuff like that are kind of easy to work on with any other question. So for each every options, for every option then they have a text. And so if we can go for rows on that is text. Yeah. So they all have text now. It's all like black. You can see it. So we make it white. It's all tiny. So we make it huge. Now it's too huge. So overflow, overflow. So this is like I'm going like machine like because it's always the same thing. Um, okay, so we're going to do twice as big, twice as big, maybe too much. One, okay. And then they're all kind of relative to the parents. And we do that, and then we can make it uh, and what we can do is a bold. I think okay. This is just text, and they're all gonna be okay. So base is 1. And what we can do is here we make a new one and we make it question. Uh, let's see here we can do like oh, oh. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So now make a. Now here's a question. So it's gonna be like on top right.
So now UI.
UI text.
So we just can have text.
Actually, don't do this. What we can do is actually just Control D. So we duplicate, move it inside there, delete. Rename this one. The below. Okay, let me check. Oh, hello. How about now? 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 Anyway, you go. So, what do you mean? What do you mean, girl? We don't. It go lower. I think now it's too. Ooh, it's the opposite. I thought it was. Okay. What would happen? Okay. Okay. I am dumb. So, okay, here is here the highest, and there is the lowest. And I was like, and I was always going lower. So I think it's. Okay. And so. So yeah, your turn. So you don't need to do anything. It's just from just put a text. No problem.
Can I highlight it to see where it is?
Sure. So let me check that. I think you probably want to have 0 here and what? Sorry? Oh, duplicate. Do you know anything about that? So, because we're moving the canvas by, yeah, okay. Anyway, now you basically can move the question around.
Okay, so I think it should go at the top. And then in the middle there'll be like an image.
About what?
Of like a face being like.
Okay. You said whatever you want to do, like kind of what you like. And I think for this one, a second. For this one, we can do is to actually set it to the center, so every question is gonna go around the center.
Yeah.
And then we'll see for the other ones. And so, and probably bigger. So try to put like 15. 15. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And then we can of course improve.
A bit higher maybe.
Doesn't matter. In which way? Like the way they're listed when you try to list them? Like in which way? And I'll pill. So it doesn't, now it just doesn't matter. Like the important thing now is to make a script which like handles that. Even like a question is gonna pick it. So okay, yes, nice. Yeah. So you can order it in 2 ways. Is alphabet. Wait. So it's alphabetically. Can you give me more context? Because I was already going to an answer, but I don't think I have enough information, and my hair is crazy. So I assume you have a program. You say, hey, give me a list of these files, and usually it's just from A to Z, right? And what language are you using? And switch. And one more. And what we can do here is maybe
Wow. Wait, let's have a look at the chat, see what he's saying.
Usually it's gonna kind of set everything up given the questions. And so what we have here is like a serialized field as well. Image from there. And so what else? So yeah, so let me go question, option, background. And
what's
this
the
is going
background?
To be background, which in the background when I'm watching. You can hear my voice. Hello? No. Okay, now it's okay. No, it's okay. I don't know. We're
having noise issues.
We are definitely gonna use a microphone, but not this one.
Yeah, because there's too much problems.
But so on awake. Actually, on start.
Oh, it's got 2 migration files.
Yeah. So if your migration files start them with the number that you want, like a 00, 000, and then you just I actually had the same because my migration were like reading from SQL files. So I had like this 001 base database.sql, then you got 001 user table or things like that, and it's it's just something silly, it works, and then it's no time, no logic, it works. That's it. So I like that concept. So start. So on start, we do something. On start, we know we got the questions, so we're gonna have generate. So what we're gonna do is just static question loader dot generate new questions, and we're just gonna do nothing. Okay, yeah, it happens. So this one is gonna
get us the list of questions,
right?
Yeah.
And now what we need to do here is also a public int current question number, and it's from 0.
Yeah.
So what this help lets us do is that we can have here void set question, right?
Current question number.
And we can do public. Or I just I think we need public later. And here we set the things. Right?
There's like this massive like little bug on my foot.
Where is it?
It's like under the bed now. Don't worry.
No, I'm worried.
No, don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
like a centipede or something. It's like this big, and it was like.
Can we analyze where it is, please?
On my leg.
Can we analyze?
No,
because
I swear it ran away. Don't worry.
Like, it's all about knowledge, you know. Oh, is there near a bag now? Oh, it's like a little worm. It's not beast. It's like a little worm. It's coming up on the bed. Okay, so now I want to have a little welcome from the thing. So it's your turn, by the way.
Okay.
So set the question. Yeah, that's why. Like, if I know they are there, I know it's not here. I don't want it to like it's okay if she gets eaten, but I don't know about it.
I like ignorance. I'm just like, I don't even know. Like, it probably won't kill me. Oh
man,
that's horrible.
Like, I don't mind most insects, but like we went snorkeling. It's a little break anyway, break time. We went snorkeling and it was like jellyfish, and they were like apparently were like really nice. I mean,
really nice.
Wait. Compared to other jellyfish, they're they're like they sting you a bit, but it's not the worst. It's not like it's probably the lowest. Among the lowest on this area list. I could just not take it. I psychologically I was destroyed. I was like trying, like we was snorkeling, it was like so beautiful, and I heard there's like, oh, there's gonna be some shark somewhere. I lasted maybe half an hour, and I think too much.
Back to the shore.
Like it took 29 minutes to get to the point I was, and 1 minute after I don't want to do this, and I was using people as like
barriers.
Just like if they are here, if these kids are here, there's no jellyfish, and so I just make them move forward as my wall, you know. Yeah. So we want to set questions, and so what we do.
So just get a question equals.
No, dot text.
So this is the text.
Is an object.
Text is an object. Okay.
UI.text. Yeah. So then you do question loader.
Oh yeah. Okay. Question loader.
The
current questions.
Position.
And then
current question. Number.
Current question number. So when you
dot.
Oh, dot.
No. Dot. Question. You set a string inside there because the text has like the like things like font and position, color, and it's just you say of the text box, set the text. So now you got text.
Yeah. Okay. So now for the text.
Now you do options. So.
And then set the options. Okay, that's really good. Options. Do it for each. Okay, is there a way to just mass assign?
No, there's no way to mass assign.
Okay, so
you need to do a for loop. No, for each doesn't work. It's okay. Just change this one. No.
3.
No options. I mean, you can do options. Linked. Because like we should have no knowledge of the schema. Dot count.
Yeah, but it's not going to count. Count options isn't initialized yet.
It doesn't matter. It's a Unity thing. Option position I.
Options
dot text
dot text equals question loader.
Yeah.
Dot current questions. This
So
current question number.
this one we can also like do a little
Copy paste.
no. So we don't have to re-access it. So this one can be question element
question
element, and then for the QE and then semicolon, and then QE.
All of this.
Dot
Dot
options. Position I.
Dot text.
No, that's it. It's already a string. It's already the option, right?
Ah, okay.
So guys, are you there?
Even though options is like nothing.
What?
So shouldn't this be QE dot options dot length instead of just like an empty text?
No. It's okay.
QE dot options.
It doesn't matter to be honest, but yeah, it's okay. And then we can. So in this one, I do this. So get color return different color, and so we do a case, and so I think it's gonna tell me. So if it's easy, return color green. Case medium, we return color, say orange, so then yellow. Case hard, return color red, and case difficulty extreme.
Do we need to set these somewhere, like
the
what
girl
difficulty type easy means?
is already done, see?
Like that it means like
It's already
less
now.
than 10 or something.
So background dot color equals get difficulty color by QE dot difficulty, and it's done. And so since this question is a good question for the viewers but not for you, it's here. Is when we define the type. So this question element is the thing we created before, and just like just normal like constructor. Since it's everything from JSON, we don't need to have any function for it, and we are lazy, it's all public. And the difficulty type is just this one, so it's like 0, and this one's 1, 2, and 3. So that's all.
I didn't know we had that. And then
so as we go
in our JSON, do we have it as 1, 2, and 3?
Yes. So set question. Now what we do is that we go current question number, and we look. Actually, here is not current question number; it's number. So then we can always change. And then what we can do is that we can also have a public void move to next question, and it simply does current question number plus, and then set, and then we can do public show let's say when if I want to have not have to do this. Okay, we can do this something like this. And here we don't have to do that, we just move to the next question as our own load.
Do we never have it for 0?
Huh? Boom. Good. So now we test. So what it's going to do is it's going to go through all the questions and was it? So you had a question earlier, and we're going to do it now. So here, first of all, we need to put this quiz handler, and I'm going to put it on the canvas, and that's it. So what we do is that we lock this one so we don't have to mess around. This image, we rename it into background, and we throw it in there. The question becomes the question. The options become the question, right? So the option we need to do is and do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop them in there, and now they're there. Okay, and so now as we go, question loader, questions look clear. Because we don't, because we don't have the question loader. Yeah, of course. And so what we do is if actually we can just, I do. Yeah, so basically what we need to do one thing, and then you can do it actually. No, fuck it, we'll just do this. And this is because this is only going to be done if Unity editor, because it's the only reason why this will happen. It's because we try to go in with, like, we could try to use this one without it having started.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And so basically what I did is that I'm just had a little block that actually the object, because if you are in the main menu, it's going to generate things.
I can just run it, right?
You run and we see if it works,
yeah.
And then we'll move on.
Okay.
Leave it there. So now kill and try it. And if this works, then we can have the last one. So double click. It's okay. So we have some null somewhere. So null is number of questions cannot be null. So questions dot count, and it's because we don't have it as an awake, right? It's the same problem. And so what we can do is do like this. Here, if so, copy, paste, and what we do is just write awake. So because it's static, so what we do is that here cut like static void init big guy. Then boom, new space init. So now it should be good to go. Oh, it's so bad. What we do? I think we're thinking too much about this this, you know,
microphone.
about the microphone and everything. And so apparently the question file static. Okay. So now we can switch. So basically what we did is like kind of allowed it, instead of like just doing the second bit, which is the current questions, we like just run the init again because it's not the work. And then we switch and we test. Boom. Oh.
No reference still.
So what? Question number 21. So seems what? Seems like object not set on instance of an object. Ah, yeah. I understand what. Because we are kind of reading, like we're not dragging it.
Yeah.
But it's not an object. So we'll do this. We'll kill this. We go back and room. So
transition.
Yeah. So what we need to do is that we kill this, and for now we're doing the main menu, and the main menu has the loader, right?
Yeah.
And so what we do here is that this one, for now, just put scene manager or scene manager dot load scene, and then game scene with it BG and like you wrote. So in this way we can like fix all our issues, because this is definitely gonna be okay. Yeah, that's so bad. So basically, as I said, now it needs to init and then it's gonna run automatically on a scene and it's gonna be okay. Because before we were trying to avoid having to go through this to the scene, and so now we do it. So now as we go, it's just gonna change this one as quick as possible, go to the next one and show us. And I know why, because that's not a static, and this goes here, because we don't need this anymore. And then save. And of course we didn't switch, it's fine. We meant it because we're just like, we just made the thing not static.
And we said that clearly.
Yeah, so it was clear because I did this. And by putting static, then you cannot do that anymore. And now it works 100%. Oh.
No.
Yeah, I know why. We need to add it to the build settings. Scenes. Now it works.
Why do we have to add it to the build?
See, told ya. Just how it works. That's how it is. I got over it. Otherwise, it doesn't know where to load. And if you know any build settings, doesn't even as gets built into the game, and so it doesn't work.
So you just need to add the first scene to the build settings, right? No.
All the scenes.
All the scenes.
Yeah, okay. All the scenes that you're actually gonna go to. Otherwise, you get a message. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about because I didn't like. It's basically.
It seems like it should be default though, right? When you like create a scene.
Wait. Understand. Take a moment and think about it, and I'll work on this. And you take a moment and think about it, why that is good. And I'm basically going to try this to see if we get a different. And now we see like here the hard thinking, this there, figuring out why it's not so bad actually. And enlighten us when you think about it.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe sometimes you wouldn't want a scene to be shown.
Like when?
Gone to.
What are scenes for?
Scenes for like well, they're like showing parts of the game, like different section of the game.
But say you're programming.
Yeah.
And so like someone tells you, hey, there is a way that you can have your code, but it doesn't actually get compiled. And someone tells you, what? I want all my code, all the things that I write in my code to be compiled and be there and run. And you're like, no, because there are some times where you don't want that. And when is that?
When you're just making some test.
Yeah, it's when you're making comments and stuff.
But
so scenes, they're not like you can have a million scenes and just use one, and the other one like I want to test how the character looks like. I want to test that, and they're all run in the editor. Right.
See you. Have a good one.
So basically, say a complex game, you might have like 5 scenes, but you have like 20 scenes where you test like the water physics, and you can only run it in like it's only tested in the Unity test, in the Unity editor. Right. Another one where you have all the animations and you can run each animations. Another one where you can have all the sounds and music and you can play your little buttons, but it's never gonna run in the game.
Yeah, of course.
It's just gonna be you click, you see, you play, you test, and then you can export the script or you can make a script. So see how beautiful it is. And the second one. The only thing is that with a pure black text on a test, when it's extreme, you can't even see the question because it's black and black. Yeah,
we're gonna fix some styling issues.
All the styling issues. So now we have the last one. Last one is super easy. Like it's an editor script.
Okay.
Very easy. So because what we want is the following. Now basically, of course, you have to the questions you can't click them; they are just there. And also, I don't want like always like there, what I have. I have to replay all the time. That's not what we want to do. So I want. So there's one thing that we didn't do yet, and the quiz handler is plus plus, but actually the current question number is plus plus.
Yeah.
If the current question number is greater or equal to question loader, basically this one. No, yeah. Dot
number of questions.
Number of questions is equals or greater. No, actually.
Was it number of questions?
Yeah. So it's at 10, right?
Yeah, but it's not 10. It's like how many there are in the.
That's correct. If it's greater or equal, then current number of questions equals 0. So we reset it. So it can never be equal than 10 because that would be position 10, and instead it's be position from 0 to 9. And then we set it. So this is good because it moves to the next question. And
I understand that.
But just let trust me, and it's fine. Like you mean this one?
Yes, it's the end questions.
Well then, cool. That's it. So now that's it. And next, of course, this doesn't do much. We need to do for the quiz handler, we want a Unity script. careful. Standard editor. The only difference, there is not a model behavior, is an editor. I don't remember. I just look up. So yeah, I'm just basically trying to remember. Yeah, these two. Okay. So arc. Do this, and editor needs to be. That's why it wasn't. And then type, and then we do this, and then that becomes a quiz handler, and then boom, beautiful, done. So there's not none of this. And so I set up the base, and so at the moment that has no settings. So we can also draw the normal inspector. So, that's it. So if you do this and you go back here, and we don't need quiz handler, so we're not gonna see it. But say we want to test this one, and we go here. What? Ah, yeah, sorry. So quiz handler, boom. So it's the same as before, but nothing changed. Now we have control of how it looks like. So actually, I don't know if you can see, but this is the same, and you will see the difference in a bit. So now, same thing. The difference is that now we can, and this is all because of this. It says draw the default inspector. So if I do this, and if I say don't draw the inspector, and I save and I go back, you'll see that it's gonna be gone in a bit, because we told to not draw the inspector. So now you go back. Now what we want to do is the following. Let me check. Okay, so there is a special thing we can do, and it's here. So on draw inspector, so we do a void. I think we can do on away. And here we have a quiz handler, and it's called target. It's always called target. And QH. And QH equals quiz handler of target with the opposite. And this is how you just do it and you get over it. So target is a thing that like this class has. Is a hidden thing, and it's what you're working on, and it's how it is. And then we do if UI layout dot button.
So it's like if it gets clicked.
Of course. And then it shows it, right? Pick new questions. We don't have it yet. question number, then we set it up. And we can do this actually. Here, layout dot begin horizontal. And here we say set question. The keyword question number. Actually, we should have this one too. Let's see if you guess.
Questions.
Not quite. You do end horizontal and then view layout. No. So this one. So basically, question number equals. Label, text area, text field. I don't remember this one. But basically, in field, so this doesn't have to have any text. Boom.
Shouldn't I go above the if?
You can see. So now we go back and then we see what we get. So now you should get the same thing plus new stuff. These are certain numbers, is that? And then I can send a question. So this is the script. It's not the same. It's not logic.
Right.
So if like this doesn't matter because if I put this one inside,
yeah,
the value will only be stored if I click the button, which would be never because I can't click the button and put a number. So it will always reset.
You put it inside the if statement.
Ah, yeah, doesn't matter. But it's going to be shown before.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show it. I mean, it's the same. Yeah, I'll show you. I just wanted to have it like before, but like, and the horizontal makes it next to each other. Now if we switch, I removed it, so that's why it's not there. But if I put the quiz handler back, I just switched. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so now we switch. Well, now we don't have anything different to do. We just start the game. We have this, and we go that one. See, the dark one. It's okay. What we can do is that we can fix that actually. So it's quite fast and do it quickly, and we do just gray or blue. Because gray is for the default.
Yeah.
If there's a problem. So we go back, and now we see if actually works what we did. So new question, see blue. This is extreme again. But now if you go there, we have quiz handler, so we can say, oh, I want to put the question 2. And I change it, right?
So nice.
And I can say 0, and set the question 0. But then I say, oh, to the next question, next.
Nice.
So we're gonna went out. So we say. So now you can do this. So list quiz handler 36. And also I think like when you go to pick set question, we don't update this one. So what's the problem? So line 32.
So move to the next question.
Generate new questions. No. Let's try it again. Now quiz under 36. So it's probably one of these, right?
Yeah, we want to check if the range.
Yeah, I understand.
And then restart. So we want to check if it's
A correct question means like, so what we do is that we go there, right?
If it's just a number, right? You can put any number.
I know we're putting this under. So we do like we test. So now we debug and see why we get like which value we're getting that. So as we go inside here, it's gonna kind of I'm gonna have like a debugger on, and it basically call me every time we go through those questions for 10 times, and then it's gonna break, and we see why. So now we go again. Okay, so now we got it once. We go there. So what we can do, we can go to question 9, set the question, allow it, and then we go to the next question, and here we're getting, so we can like go to the next, it broke. So now we can see, we can switch like back. So this one it broke, and let's see.
I mean,
It doesn't mean we don't. We can assume. Now we have the number of questions, and I think instead it should be correct questions.
Oh yes, that's why.
So that's okay, because we are allowing to go more than they should. So now we don't need to attach, and we can switch back and test. And if this works, then we are done. So now we go to the next question. So question 0, 1, so the second question, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, and back. So 11 is the first one. So we go back and we see if we're gonna get it back. We'll go back.
Yeah.
Then we can pick new questions all over, and we can put them again. See, great.
Beautiful.
And see, we also have a little counter there. I don't know if it's guys. I'll try it. But basically, that's the beauty of Unity. Almost. Okay, it's a bit messed up. So say there's a 0, it's more 1. But as we click, show us that we're changing ID, right? Yes. So that is it, because we're passing the question from a file, we're doing a base layout for the questions, and we're doing a script for debugging. So that's what it means. We can always, like, in the game, you can be like, what if this happens? Ooze, yo, kind of catches them when we are like closing up, but better like this than nothing. So I stop this one. Okay. Okay. So, how was it? Was it fun?
Yeah, that's
With a new
beautiful.
microphone.
Beautiful quiz game coming into the making.
So next week we'll have we're gonna show some. There's gonna be the helps and like clicking buttons and adding a UI,
Yeah.
little things to add. So what we can do by next week is maybe start having like some real questions, like
Oh really?
like some
Think of
seeming.
real
No,
questions.
it doesn't have to be smart.
Okay.
Just like what is the capital of London? Ooh.
Oh yeah.
And
What?
and it's really bad. I don't know. Your Scotch post. Those are good.
Yeah.
Medium, no, you didn't do yet.
No, oh yeah, actually, because I'm going to do some medium posts. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did 2 Scotch posts.
Now wait, like
Thank
she's
you.
gonna go all like she's gonna be like, wow. I got mentioned for my stuff.
Yes, very proud.
Yeah, I got loads of comments there. It's funny
because like.
Yeah, but remember, like they took you forgot to check the comments and then.
Oh yeah, because I didn't pay attention.
I know you didn't get any notification, but basically she posted and was like, oh yeah, it's cool, I got some views, and then like I don't know, a few weeks later, so, like she checks like, like full of comments.
Yeah, I didn't keep track.
Look, no, it's back. So we're just saying something very important, which was we're saying hello, how are you? How are you? And second, tomorrow we're gonna go to a new place, more moving. Yeah. We're just like we can lull a few minutes for you. It's okay. So
what are you doing?
Well, our question, how are you doing?
I've got my stream on Saturday, baby.
Impossible.
I did my second stream
last
week, and so maybe time for the third.
There were more like sightings of asteroids.
Yeah, he's like reading my life.
Oh.
Yeah, I did biology. I've only been programming for like 3 years or something.
Basically, the day that she met me, I turned her into program.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I've done some R. I've done some Python.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I've done some Perl.
Ignore this boy.
Anyway, so when we met, I kind of like she liked stuff. She liked the programming, and I was like, oh, if you want, I program. And then now she just streams.
Okay.
Anyway, it's allowed.
Course, and then I learn like Python.
Okay, now she's not muted anymore.
What?
I was like, there was nothing like going down. Yeah.
Why are you so mean?
For like a second. You heard, guys, no? Yeah.
You're so mean.
No, it's okay. Come on, what were you saying? That you did some.
Oh yeah.
The Scarlet is so like biology pleb, and now she's a code pleb. So you're on the spotlight now. So yeah.
Yeah, but it's like
They don't really teach you too much.
it's kind of, well, at my university they're pretty bad at teaching us like the whole kind of mindset of how to do coding. So we just have this like. And we something, and then we're like, why? That's what happened.
Okay, that was great, like little like window. I have to know the life of Lily, and we should end it like that. Like we should end tonight like that, because I think like it's about 1 o'clock and we got like loads of people, and they haven't shouted at us, but I feel it's near the time is here. So thank you for all the peeps. Well, basically it's later at the moment, and see you. So what are you gonna do like Saturday?
I don't know yet.
As usual, we don't even know if like I was gonna say that's more like sightings of aliens, confirmed sight of aliens than streams or did it. You know, that's what I'm saying. And my stream, I think I'll see.
So annoying.
What?
Okay, let's end the stream.
Okay. Ciao. Ciao. Good night.